Welcome to Walken's first ever live stream. Hello, everyone. I'm Julia, CMO at Walken, and I'm thrilled to be here with you today for something truly special, our first ever live stream. Today, we are diving deep into the much anticipated Isle Clash feature. So, how come we are doing a YouTube stream? Well, we've always prioritized community because no matter how great a feature we're building, if no one can figure out how to use it, we're in trouble. And we've had the idea of a stream in mind for quite a while, and today we are finally making it happen. I hope all those written descriptions on Gitbook were of help, and we're doing our best to keep them on relevant. And of course, there will be a detailed article to be updated about Isle Clash as well. But for this feature, we felt an article won't be enough. So it is so unique, so complex, and it deserves a thorough video guide as well. So I'm happy to have you all here today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining. And remember to like this stream to let more people know about Walken and to just let's have a great time today. So about Isle Clash. It's a very special feature and it absolutely needs a video, as I've said. Not only because it's complex and big, but also because it might be somewhat complicated or even confusing for those who have experience in Walken. Why so? We have a PvP mode already, the duels. And naturally, you would expect something similar for the Isle Clash. But actually, there are some important differences that make it stand out from duos, and these differences can be confusing. So understanding all the nuances will give you extra advantage and will help you enjoy the feature to the utmost when it is released. So today, I will guide you through all the nuances and unique aspects of Isle Clash, and what sets this feature apart from regular duels. Before we start, I'd like to make an important announcement regarding the release of Isle Clash. It has been rescheduled for Thursday instead of Monday this week, which gives us all extra time to get prepared and ensure that we and you will make the most out of this feature. I know that the team is listening to this stream as well. We are all very excited for the feature release. So let's speak briefly about the agenda of this stream. This time we are not so much limited in time. We'll have approximately 2 hours, I think. During the first part, we'll talk about Isle Clash, and you will see a video demo of this feature. We'll show you how it works. We'll discuss the main features and all the details, from islands to clash results details. And the goal is to give you full understanding of what this feature is and how to use it. We'll have several clashes live, and you will see them on your screen. And over the course of these clashes, I'll be explaining and commenting what's going on and following your questions from the comments. So keep them coming, and I'll do my best to cover them all. But if I don't do it at once, rest assured we'll come back to them later by the end of the stream. It's very important to have your questions to see whether you and me are on the same page or whether I should repeat something. Right. I think that's basically it. And in the second part of this stream, a secret guest will be joining me here to answer your questions. We've got quite a lot of questions sent prior to this stream, and stay tuned to hear them answered. But that's not it. 5 best questions will be awarded Isle loot boxes. It's quite a nice chance to get your hands on a loot box just in time. All right. I think we're quite ready to start. please comment something if you can hear me well. Let it be a plus. I'll wait for your comments to make sure that everything is fine with the volume. So thanks very much for your pluses. I can see that you can hear me, and now we're all set to start. Let's get straight into action. Okay, Isle Clash is a team-played PvP mode where a team of 5 cathletes on an island fights against another 5 cathletes. You basically know this from a Medium or Guildbook, so we are not going to stop here for a long time. This is not a replacement for duels, it is important. It is an alternative mode with new opportunities to test your cathletes and win more. Since it doesn't take cathlete energy to compete in Isle Clash, only island energy is used. So you'll be able to participate in 3 modes at once. That will be duels, athletic games, and clashes. To join Isle Clashes, you need an island and at least 5 cathletes. It is important, and if you have 3 or 4 cathletes, you won't be able to join. Only a team of 5 cathletes can participate. So, since everything starts with an island, let's take one step back and have a look at those floating islands and what are they and what attributes they have. They are, as all NFTs you have in Walken, they are stored in collectibles in a separate tab called Floating Islands, obviously. And there you will see a list of all your islands that you own with a brief description showing the energy, the rarity, and the booster and debuff charges. So by tapping on any island, you will see more information about it. Let's speak about genes first, I think. Every island is composed of 4 genes, as you might have already heard of. They are land, scenery, building, and tree. 2 of these genes are important because building and tree are connected with booster and debuff potential of your island. So let's have a look at the booster part. The booster provided by the tree gene. They may come in different rarities from common to legendary, and the difference is that the higher the rarity, the more is the boost. So if a common booster provides from 1 to 20% boost to a statistics, legendary one gives 20 to 39, which is quite considerable difference, and it might be a game changer during a clash. Also note that boosters and debuff rarities may not coincide with the island rarity. And say you might have a rare island, but with a common booster. Or you might have a legendary island, but with a rare booster, for example. Same goes about debuff. Debuff is connected with the building gene. And also depends on the rarity of this gene. Both booster and debuff come with 10 charges, regardless of the rarity. So any booster and any debuff on any island has 10 charges. And you can use 1 booster and 1 debuff each clash. And once you have used up your booster and debuff, you will need to recharge them. We'll show you later during a clash how to do so. The recharge happens for Mesberries. and booster and debuff are recharged separately, but you only pay for recharging them completely, not per charge. Okay, I think that's pretty it. Currently, there are up to 7,000 islands in the game, distributed via the loot box sale we've had recently, and all the islands are NFTs, so you don't need to convert them. They already minted. Okay. Let me know if you have any questions regarding islands in the comments. I'll get back to them. And in case I've missed something or you just want to know more, we'll be moving forward to Isle Clash. So on the brand new competition button, iOS users have already seen this button, but for Android users, it's coming soon. In the next update, we'll have this button, beautiful button. So we'll need to tap on Isle Clash to start. It all starts with a team. So we first select an island that will be used for this clash. It can be any island, but please know that it must have energy. So if it is out of energy, you won't be able to use it for a game. Next thing, you select 5 catholics. So they must be 5 catholics. It can be 3 or 4 or 6, always 5 catholics. When you select a team, please know that you can form a team consisting of different catholics. There is no restriction for leagues. All catholics can be added to a team from level 6 to level 15, and you can combine different catholics to get into a specific reward tier. These reward tiers are separated based on athleticism score. Just before we start playing, I want to make an important side note that the rewards you will see below are not finalized. They are test mode, and they are different from those that you will have in the game when the release comes. So no need to rush, no need to comment on them or use them for some calculations and whatever. This is not final, and this doesn't mean anything. We're just here to show you the mechanics first, and all the details will be showed in the released version this Thursday. Right? Great. So we have a specific reward tier specifically for tests, so you won't see it, just for QAs and for us to show you how it works. So yeah, once you're ready, you press the button to confirm and start the clash. We're playing live right now, so sometimes I get a little bit slow because I've been choosing Catholics and islands as well while talking, so sorry for that. Like in duos, we're looking for a rival. Once the rival is found, the clash begins. Yeah, I see the questions in the comment section. 100 berries is full recharge. Yes, both for buff and debuff, but paid separately. 100 for a buff and 100 for debuff for full recharge. Yeah, we're starting our clash. So who goes first? A player with the highest athleticism score. It's me in our case, so I choose a card and place it. And waiting for my rival to put another card. So you can see that we don't see statistics here. We only see how the athleticism looks and its athleticism. So same thing goes for all 5 cards. So you can make your decision which card to lay now based on the remaining athleticism score of your rival. I will show you. You can see it actually at the bottom of the screen. You see my rival's score, remaining score, and at the top of the screen is my remaining athleticism score and my remaining cards. So waiting for my rival again. If during a clash something happens to your internet, your connection is lost or your phone dies, the clash continues and your cards will be auto-played in random order. So yeah, once a clash starts, it will be completed automatically if one or both players get kind of disconnected from the game. Okay, the final pair, and so we're done with Catholic pairs. Now booster phase. Here we get to use our tree booster and building debuff either to strengthen our Catholic or to debuff a rival's Catholic. So here, how to choose? We see that the discipline is marathon and the most effective stat is stamina. So just check your Catholics, scroll all the pairs and decide which stat to boost. I usually boost a Catholic that is close to rivals, but not quite. But the strategy can be different. So probably I'll use this one. So once both players use their boosters, the final phase is taking stock. On this screen, you can see the resulting athleticism scores of your athletes after all the boosters are applied. And I will explain a bit more about it once the clash is finished. It's quite dynamic. Yeah, looks like I've won this one. How this happens? If we press view clash details now, we will see this competition in details. So scrolling down to our Catholic pairs, we have information on islands, but it's not quite relevant now. We have Catholic pairs. By tapping on any Catholic, you can see full detailization of its athleticism and stats with boosters applied. So if we take one and look closer at it, we will see that its stamina got boosted with the Mesberry boost. You see the Mesberry icon there, and it's a regular boost, the one that you have now in duels and used to have in ranked competition. It is brought by your Mesberries. Yeah. Another booster applied to this Catholic is your tree booster. So this time it was 35%. So it considerably boosted this stamina of this Catholic, giving it an advantage over the rival. And yep, we will publish a separate article about how the booster and debuff works and place there all the calculations on an example for you to have a look and have better understanding of what's going on. Because I understand that during the clash itself, it all happening quite fast, but you'll get used to it over several clashes. But for the first part, it can be very confusing. And also, let's have a look at how a winner is defined. In every pair of cards, we have a winning Catholic. Which one is winning? The one with greater athleticism score. And same goes for all the 5 pairs, and the player who has the most winning pairs in this clash is crowned a winner of the clash. So we have 2 versus 3, and the player who scored 3 winning pairs wins and takes the reward. Okay. I can see comments that you guys say we're lagging really hard. Do you mean the video or the volume? The sound? Okay, while we're waiting, I think we will continue. Done with this clash, and let's start another one. I Guys, just a moment. We're checking the stream based on your comments. We'll be back in seconds. Sorry for that. We'll be trying to make it make it better for you so that you can follow us easily. As for me not reading comments, I just can't do all things simultaneously. Now I'm explaining the basics, and I will get back to your comments a bit later. Speaking Speaking of the tutorial video, we are making it now, and it will be live together with the feature release. So you will have a video as well, together with the article guiding you. So just wait a bit. We're finishing up with it. Can you see the screen now? Is everything okay? Can you follow us? So let me read your comments for now while we're finishing with setting the video. Looks like I need to stress it again. It's Isle Clash is different from duels. It's not the same in mechanics, and the way we define the winner in each pair is different. So it's not like 5 duels happening on the background. It's different. So the competition here happens in terms of athleticism. So you may have a athlete that is not very good for marathon, but it has high athleticism, and it might win if he gets matched with a weaker rival. So we'll take a look at it again in the next clash. Please let us know if you can see the screen now, see what we're sharing. I see the question about the number of athletes joining a clash. It should be 5. It cannot be smaller, or it cannot be greater than 5. It should be 5, only 5. Mm. So let's just do another battle and see how it goes. Starting to look for a rival now. Right. My turn is first again. So I choose this one. So the player with the highest athleticism score goes first during the whole clash in all 5 rounds of this clash. Shall I do this one or yeah, let me do this one. So please let us know if everything is okay or you still see some lagging or anything. So I see a question about matching. So it is the same, quite the same as for duels. You get matched with a team based on your athleticism score, not based on islands. Islands are not uh, like used for matching. Only athleticism score of your teams. You will have several reward tiers, just like you have in duels, and based on the team athleticism score, you will be able to participate for this or that particular reward. Yes, the rarity of islands can be different, so you can be matched with a like rare, legendary island, whatever. Thank you. I see that everything's good, judging from your comments. And we have the final pair of Catholic now. And let's apply boosters. So it's up to you how to use these boosters. And this phase, you boost a discipline. This time it is speed, but as you boost one discipline, it inevitably affects your athleticism. So if you choose to boost one's statistics, it also means growing your total athleticism score. So it's not quite the same like in duels. We don't have steps here, but the discipline and the statistics also play a part. Thank you for all your comments. We're happy that we could improve the quality of the video. And great. Great. Let me refer to the comments. About the idea that the most powerful cat wins against the ones with less power. What means power in this case? Remember that Catholics still have statistics and levels, and they are different. So they are not limited in levels. So you can see that we compete with completely different Catholics. And in one well, for one reward tier, there cannot be dramatically different Catholic teams, so they all will be approximately of the same athleticism. The difference, the range won't be so big as to become a problem. So here it is even more, well, there are more opportunities for Catholics to win because, as I've said, athleticism matters more than statistics. And if the discipline is not very good for a cathlete, but it has greater athleticism, and you can boost the statistics with a booster, and athleticism grows even more, and you can win. So yeah, I think here discipline matters less, and it is more about your total athleticism, like power. Um, I think I've answered the question about the role of certain discipline in this clash. If not, please let me know. I've just talked about it. Yeah, about the winner who goes first if the teams are of equal athleticism. It's random, so each of them have a chance to start the game, but it's complete random in case their team athleticism are the same. Okay, let's do another one. And as you can see, we're out of booster and debuff, so it's time to recharge them. To recharge them, it is not necessary to go to collectibles, floating islands again and do it there. You can do it right from the Isle Clash screen by tapping on the button recharge and confirming the transaction. Just a little time to do the magic and we'll be ready to go. And the same for the buff. Once it's completed, we'll be able to join another clash. It is impossible to join a clash without a booster and debuff. And it is required to compete. Great. So let's go search for a rival. Once again, these rewards are not finalized. The rewards you've seen on the screen, one Mesberry for 100 Walkens, it is not the way it will be when the app is released, just for test. And yeah, starting again, waiting for the rival to compete. Oh, sorry, to complete their turn. As for Isle Clash release, it has been rescheduled. We'll write about it, post about it in our communities. But bear in mind that it will not be released today. It will be released on Thursday this week. The entry fees and the rewards are not final now, so we can't share them, and you will see the final versions in the app after the release. You just following the questions in the comments, you must use one booster and one debuff each clash. Without them, you won't be able to start a clash and you won't be able to skip that part. If you skip it and don't use boosters yourself, they will be automatically used on random cathletes. So round 4. As for tournaments, for Isle Clash, tournaments will be separate. So the clashes won't count for the current dual tournaments. They will have another leaderboards. We're already working on it, but it won't be there on Thursday. Will be released a bit later. Also, speaking of Isle breeding or fusion, we can't say quite now what's going to happen and how these mechanics will be developed. Let's just see how the release goes and how community reacts, and we hope that you will enjoy this feature. And depending on how it works out, we'll think of ways to develop it, think of adding something like breeding or fusion if it's needed. For now, we have only 7,000 islands for all Walken players, and it's not much. But in future, it is possible. But we'll see. Some time ago, we didn't have fusion and didn't have crafting feature, so everything is possible. Losing again. Well, is it possible to get matched with the same enemy right again? Uh, like in theory, yes, but we are getting matched with the same rival because there are only two of us. To demonstrate the feature, there is no one else. We've asked the team to leave to get some rest, only to get matched with one another. So when the feature is released and there are real players playing, there will be more players online, and your chances of getting matched with the same rival are not that big. So let's do another one. I'll have another team. Let's try another team. Let's do like the weakest cathletes we have. Cathletes here are sorted by their athleticism from highest to lowest. So we're just scrolling and picking the most young and inexperienced ones. Okay. And let's go. Just selecting our Unreal reward again. Remember that it is all fake and is different from the version that you will see. So no need to get kind of upset right now. Not quite. Buff and debuff are not random. You decide how to use it. But if you didn't, if your time goes off and you didn't make your choice, they will be applied automatically. So again, we are choosing our cathletes. Will it be possible to save teams so that you can switch them easily for an island, not have to pick them up one by one from your full list? It is possible to do while you remain on the Isle Clash screen. As you've seen, I've started another battle with the same team without picking it. Just for this battle, I've like changed the composition of my team, so I had to pick them. But if you remain on the same screen and one clash finishes, you can start another one with the same setup on the same island with the same cathletes without having to pick them again. But cathletes are not like uh, tied to one island. So if you like close the app or go to check your Walken balance and get back again, you will have to pick them again. Pick the island and pick all the 5 cathletes. All right, booster. So here's what I'm talking about. You choose how to use your boosters. So we're checking the strength of cathletes and deciding which one to boost. Remember that all the boosters, Mesberry boost and tree booster, work on the most effective statistics for this particular clash. So, and debuff as well. It only decreases the most effective statistics. So it's like highlighted when you choose the booster. Yeah, we have it. And Misberry boost applies. Here we are. Whoa. 4-1. Nice. So you can see that the rivals team was like my team was stronger, but still I've lost. So boosters and debuffs matter at the end of the day. Yep. So a lot is going on, and it already takes quite a time to complete one battle. You can see it. So we can't like specify all the details during the clash, but you always can go to the clash details and check how it was. Nice. Let me have some. Let me answer some questions from the comments. What is the time for choosing Catholics for battles? Not sure if I'm getting you right, but if you mean whether the time is limited to choose them, no, it is not. You choose them, you can choose them before the start of any clash. When the island matches, all the battles will be for a random stat. Like if matches speed, all battles will be for speed. Yeah, it is one discipline for all 5 Catholic pairs. As for debuff and buff selection, here you're not limited to the turns you had during the clash. So if you were first to go, you and your rival um, select booster and debuff at the same time simultaneously. So it's not turn by turn, it is simultaneous. So you only have some time to do it, and you need to complete it within the time period. Uh, to win a clash, it is enough to have 3 winning pairs. Yeah, we have 5, a total of 5. And if you win 3, you are the winner. Um, yeah, a draw is possible in case if each player has 2 winning pairs and Catholics in the remaining 1 pair have the same athleticism scores. And in this case, it is a draw and no one wins, no one takes the rewards. Both players get back the Mesberries they spent to join the clash. What happens if phone freezes while playing? The fight goes on, the timer goes on, and I'm not sure how, to what extent your phone can freeze, but if the timer is off and the time is out, you're unable to complete your turn, this will be done automatically for you. As for now, we are not final with the rewards and with the athleticism requirements for those rewards. Probably there will be 4 Lycan duels, but we'll see. And we will be publishing all the information with the release on Thursday. So just stay tuned. And let's have the final one. I think it's pretty clear for now, but just to make sure, uh, just a small replacement in my team. And we're ready to start. Looking for the rival in the same reward tier, which is fake. Just a reminder. How do you make sure this mode is deflationary? This mode is like PvP duels. It is self-sustained, so players play reward tickets, and these reward tickets. I've said entry tickets, and these tickets are just compensating the reward. So it is not relying on any reward pools like athletic games. So it is self-sustained mode. So yeah, choosing Catholics again. As I've said, Isle Clash is a PvP mode and it doesn't have a reward pool, so no need to worry that athletic games pools will be affected or something will be reduced. No, it is not connected in that way. These are two different modes, completely different from the economy perspective. Clash reward is 100 Walkens right now. How high can it go? As I've said several times, it is not 100 Walkens. It's just test configuration for you to see how it works. And when the feature is released, all the rewards and all the costs will be displayed there. So far, there is no final version. Uh, Crafting of violence, not can't say now because we need to see how the release goes and how this feature works for players, for real players, not for us. And we'll see. It's possible, but we just don't know yet. Okay, who's the winner in this one? Oh, lost again. So nice. If you still have any questions, please comment them. I will be going over the questions right now before we move on to the second part of our stream, because this is basically it about the Isle Clash. Will there be other lotteries for Ireland? Possibly. Don't know yet for sure, but it is possible. Currently, loot box lotteries are the only ways to get extra islands to put them into the game, so it is possible. Um, okay. Why we are able to see cat after rivals made his turn? Um, well, to see what Catholic pairs look like. Uh, I I don't see how this is a way to for a cheating, but probably you can explain. Just share some details in the comments or in the community, and we'll answer it. Just when you see the cutlets, it looks like fair. You know that there was a cutlet and you know what it was like. If we don't show with them, it will look like a scam a bit. No, probably, probably we're not getting you right now. So please let us know. Update comes out this Thursday. We have rescheduled the release from today to Thursday, so please stay tuned. If I have several islands, can I use the same cats for all islands, or are cats also on cooldown? You can use the same cats for all islands. Catholic energy doesn't isn't used for Isle Clash, only Isle energy. So if you're lucky to have several islands, you can use up the energy on one and just continue playing with another island using the same Cathlets. Okay, all right. Questions from Google Form will be read during the second stage when we have our secret guest coming. It's going to be quite soon. Almost there. Just want to finish up with the island questions. About other genes apart from tree and building, uh, you have a point here that only two genes are somewhat more important than the other two, but other genes also play their part by, well, if you have a legendary scenery, you basically have a legendary island with 12 energy units and 1 hour energy cooldown. So it's quite nice, but yeah, it's not connected with the booster and above. But this is the way the feature is designed. We're kind of leaving space for future improvements, leaving two genes for our future developments. But it's hard to say now whether there will be something or what it will be like. Just for now, only two genes, yeah, are tied to booster and debuff, and other two genes only affect the rarity of an island, might affect if you're lucky. Is the scoring formula the same as for PvP battles? No, it is not, and it is important. I've touched upon this several times during the stream, and um, would like to stress it again that this is not dueling. Idle Clash is different in terms of results calculation. You don't have 5 duels happening on the background. Here, it is athleticism that matters, and we have discipline and boosters here, and all boosters and a debuff only work on the most effective stats. So here is uh, less of randomness involved and more of your control. You can, during the booster phase, you see the Catholic pairs, you see the athleticism, and you see the like stats, and you can strategize which one to boost and which one of rival Catholics to debuff for your benefit. Um, yeah, well, when we will change the application icon, we we think we will change it before the Christmas holidays. So just to make it extra special, extra Christmas. It's been a long time. Yeah, you're right. It's time to change it. Can I use same cats for multiple islands? Yes, you can. And what else do we have? Thank you for all your questions, guys. I'm just going through them, making sure we've tackled everything. Uh, why are the Gene 1 islands not Genesis? I don't have an answer to this question. There is simply no Genesis Catholics for now. Maybe we'll be introducing them later, but for now, there isn't. Okay, looks like we're pretty much done here. And if you have anything left, it's your chance to send the comment. And if you don't, we'll be moving on to the second stage. So the most important point that I would very much like you to understand that Isle Clash is different from duels. It is not better or worse, it's just different. And because you already have experienced in PvP mode like duels, you might find it a bit confusing. But here, it's all about athleticism for the most part. And you're less dependent on the discipline, you're less dependent on the statistics of your athlete, and you have more room for strategy. And because you only basically you only have need to have 3 winning pairs to win a clash. There is lots of opportunities to try to combine different cathlets to if you can, to go for a better island with a better booster, with a better debuff, or well, two at once is great, but something even one is cool enough to give you some kind of advantage. And yeah, and it also not connected with leagues. You can combine different cathlets into one team, and there will be reward tiers, just like in duos, and the final configurations will be revealed later on. So far, I can't tell anything about it. And remember that what you have seen before, well, when we were showing you the screen, it is not final and it's all fake. It's only for illustration purposes, so to say. Please don't make any decisions based on that configuration you've seen. But the mechanics remains as such as you've seen. So you can start thinking your team over and getting your island if you haven't already. Thank you for your comments. Hope it was informative, but if you have any questions, please let us know. Comment them. We will get back to them a bit later, and we also will create an article tackling the most common questions, all the most challenging questions. Yep. Thank you. Let's move on to the second part. We already have our special guest here waiting for his hour. Just need some time to set everything so that you can see and hear our guest clearly. Please just wait. So we have Alexei here. Hello.
Hi guys. Hi Julia. First of all, thanks a lot for having me today. Nice to meet you.
It's great. We have a lot of questions for you. Alexei is Walken's co-founder and business development director, so the right guy to direct all your questions to. We have collected your questions via a Google form prior to the stream, and we'll be going over those questions. Remember, 5 loot boxes are waiting. So, question 1. I'll read the question. I'm a loyal player and fan of Walken. I want to ask, first, what is the dev team strategy for the continuation of this project in the coming years? Let's tackle it one by one. So, first part.
First of all, great to hear and to see the questions from the loyal players and those who join us early. And during these, I can say that that's like pretty wide and long way already having us on board. And it's pretty nice to see that a lot of people and more every day trying to follow our guidelines and follow our features and so on. So for sure, I will say, and it's quite a bit true, that we will continue to make the platform that is Walken based on, the queues and Walken itself, bigger and brighter with more and more features. As previously noticed by Julia, our Chief Marketing Officer, the introduction of islands and lots of much more features are coming. And it will be divided into different, streams. And the stream of new games coming, and also applications based on Walken token, and it will be covered with a sequence of all the features connected to each other, and lots of development coming. So yeah, tidy times looks like will end soon, and we'll go to a new range of development of crypto and blockchain over, and it will be more and more in development, lots of other projects based on Qs itself, and be involved into the Walken ecosystem of games. And yeah, so I even can even provide you numbers what we are doing, but the team, our brilliant team of developers and game designers are working on daily basis to make it bigger, brighter, and wider. First of all, it's new games, it's new contests in it, it's a new ecosystem, tips and tricks, and about the features that are very, very big and complex that are coming, and you as like loyal players and the players who just come like a month or two ago into the game, into the ecosystem, can see how much development where the team are delivering. So lots of new features coming, and first of all, we're talking about new games, and everything is based on our ecosystem. We are in talks from development side, the business development side. We are daily in talks with lots of small developers, medium and developers, and even big platforms to build with our SDK to be implemented in our brilliant ecosystem with lots of loyal players by default, and that can also improve their gaming skills and start the game playing from the one game, continue in other, and finishing the gaming day in other games. So my dream is to have at least like dozens of games that people will be allowed to play on daily basis, and to move from one gameplay to another one.
Sounds like a dream. Excellent.
So
Thank
let's
you.
make the dream true. So we are, as a team, we are making these dreams making true on daily basis.
Indeed. Cool. Let's move on. Second part of this question. What will we get in the future if the distribution of tokens for PTE has been distributed? Will the team buy back from the market, or other mechanism? Please explain. Thank you.
Very nice question, and we are aiming on the healthy healthy tokenomic in-game or in-platform tokenomic from the early beginning of our development. And this is one of the questions that we thought about on the first stages of planning the structure of economy of the, first of all, Walken itself. As you can see from the original tokenomics, we made like contribution much more bigger at the moment than it was even planned. That also because of the people who are, first of all, loyal and understand the gameplay and itself and overall. So at the moment, in-game tokenomics, in-platform tokenomics are completely healthy. I'm happy to say that, and we're proud of it. And for sure, it's about the players and the users who use our platform and Walken itself. So in the moment, so how the token flow works. So we have some token prizes, the tokens that are for the bonuses, and when the people receive these bonuses, they spend it in the ecosystem from their part. And the token inflow and token outflow, most of the time, token inflow are bigger than token outflow. So I can admit that we have very, very, very healthy economy, and we don't have an ability to buy back somewhere, invest more in overall tokenomics, but also we have the mechanism ready to go if it needed. But for now, we're completely, once also the market becomes more and more live, more and more aware, stylish. So it was some complexes, more complex in this stage. But I mean, because more in the bull run or pre-bull run stage, like we see at the moment. So everything is rising, and people once again have their trust to the blockchain itself, it's much more easier to control it and to see how it works and see on our action points how to deal with. But for now, we're completely good with this. The economy of in-game is completely healthy, and we are ready to go forward and to move in.
Cool, quite inspiring. And it's very important to hear that we have plan and like action plan and lots of faith in the future of the
Absolutely.
space and Walken as well.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Next question then. Free to play sounds great. Therefore, pay to play is required in most cases for the project to survive. So, what are your plans for a long-run Walken app in terms of revenue channels and/or a strong token economy?
Yeah, all the questions from the smart people who are a part of our community and asking such questions is also kind of converted to the first part of the first question. It's about how the platform or every project or Walken itself, how much value it's and how much life it is. So once the team develops new mechanics, develops new games, or like our way we develop our games and our new functions with the use of Walken token itself to build on blockchain. And the other strategy is to involve new game publishers, developers, and so on. So it's absolutely right that a free-to-play economy can be survived. So it's completely true, and it's the way to go. It can be in another way. So only way is to play and earn if we exchange economically in one game and another. So the most important part here is to involve in our platform in Walken or the queues that is based on more games where users can start the game from the one side, earn there, or spend there and earn on another side. So the cycle should be like from the earning perspective to spend perspective and the profits for sure. So it can be only in the closed cycle when the cycle is becoming bigger and bigger each time. So it also depends on the interest and so on and so forth. Definitely, if we are talking about our vision and only our trend is to build a sustainable gaming ecosystem, it's about to improvement with more and more games. So what we're doing now. So more games we are coming in, more contribution in, more competition in it. So more token value is inside the economy of the platform. So more potential profits can be earned by the people and can be spent in the ecosystem. So the most important as us of developers and business developers of the ecosystem is to give the users more and more value from earning the token and spending it inside the ecosystem. That's why we develop even the central exchanges to trade token more and more. And so for sure, the most important part is about to make it more and more functionable as a token inside. That's why Walken built completely on-chain. And that's why we have a lot of on-chain traction, as well as we start with off-chain when the people just come in, investigate and receive their first NFT and spend something inside the ecosystem, then earn the tokens and having two more main options: to spend the token, to withdraw the token, or to continue earning. Continue earning is for sure with a deep connection with the token spending mechanics. And these mechanics are provided by the developers. That's our own work. That's why the token is growing in scale of value daily on the tradings. And that's why we keep moving forward with improving and involving new games and features token related inside the ecosystem and platform itself. So that's the most important part, and that is covered by ourselves as a platform owners and developers, and that's everything is on us. So that's why we're developing lots of connections with game studios and ourselves to bring more games and other features, game related somehow, to cover not only the one age of the users, to make it wider and wider.
That's it?
That's it.
That's awesome. Thank you for a very detailed and informative answer. As a side note, maybe you could talk a bit about the role of Walken and steps in the game. We are getting lots of questions in the comments just live right now about the role of Walken and like healthy lifestyle.
It's also part. I can say that. So if we're talking about the role of health lifestyle of the whole ecosystem, definitely it depends on the type of the games that involved. In general, in Walken, definitely we need to have some like activity daily and for short and others to make the improvements, not only in like earning the token, but also in achievement, energy, and so on. So the other games that we already launched on Walken, like Walken Runner and others, there is not so many about the healthy lifestyle, but it's also about the playing and spending the time completely for free, but watching the advertising and creating some value for the project and receiving some tokens in the back once we are involving ourselves as a users in the tournaments or something like that. So definitely the new games with more addiction to the healthy lifestyle are coming, but it also depends like on a trend, what is on a trendy right now. So definitely any games with connection like the health kit on Apple or the same feature on Android are definitely coming, and will be some extra bonuses for those who are more active in a real life, that are connected with their phone and on our ecosystem and platform. Definitely, it depends on the type of the games that we are playing as a user on our platform, on Qs and the Walken itself. So, but definitely we are going also not only like the games who needs to be boosted by your steps or something like that. So, and as I talking from early beginning of when we started, like a year plus ago, a long time period ago, that we are never play as a platform. You will never earn tokens only by having your foot energy or like moving and so on. You definitely need to compete, to win, to invest in your persona and other stuff to boost your character, to boost your all other NFT stuff that we are provide and develop to be successful in an ecosystem. That's some kind of part of your daily life once you develop yourself in real life, educate yourself and something like that, but also improve your character, improve yourself in our ecosystem. And I completely confident, and you'll see the results, that's a very good like competition for us as developers from the beginning, but now it's getting us funded by the interest, by the growing audience, and so on and so forth. So I can say that all the games, all the features will be deeply connected with the health. Health only, not only about that. It will be cover much more, except also the your health kit activities and so on. If I'm completely right, understand the question.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you. Nothing to add.
Okay.
Let's move on. I have a lot of questions. Question about the queues. It sounds like how many games you are playing for queues, but I think we can talk about the queues in a broader sense. Maybe about the upcoming game, when we are going to release it. Thanks.
Yes. So about the talks and about the queues ecosystem overall, we receive at the moment a lot of inquiries from starting from indie developers to like medium-sized and even big studios from lots of kind of the world, starting from Australia to Cyprus and Asia, where the guys want to be part of queues. The most important that we're struggling with on the development forces right now is to create from the queues itself completely independent software development kit, a little bit to say on development English, SDK. So this tool will allow the users, or like partners, but to say, who publish games to be part of queues completely independently from the team of development of queues itself. But at the moment, the queues SDK works on like semi-automatic mode, where without collaboration with our development forces, it's impossible to launch the game on queues. It's completely normal practice where we tune with the first guys who were in partnership right away to tune the SDK processes to make it completely from the semi-automatic to automatic order. So it will be the website like at the moment, like queues.io, and you will just download SDK, insert in the code, and the game can go live with being the part of our ecosystem, and also the part and will be available for any Walken or queues-based game user. But a very important part here that we as a team, we are taking cover of any token inflow and outflow that we're talking like previously questions. It's very nice, Julia, that all the questions are connected somehow. And it's very important that to say that we need to check still manually, not to prevent any economical harm for any new game based on our token. So that's very important. That's why this process is still going on like semi-automatic mode. So yes, so about the games, so we have like around like 10 games in development and in discussion at the moment. And truly, I'm really very sorry if someone from the guys who are like contacting us via email or like in Telegram or LinkedIn directly to guys, let us an access to the SDK of queues. And if someone got like not answered on time, I'm really sorry. I'm responsible for that also. But we have a lot of work to tune the SDK with the guys we are working already. So the guys from Cyprus, like say hello guys, and they don't know what they're talking about, and also the guys from other regions that are all in talks. And the teams are very different, with very different development speed, development skills, and so on. So with our inside development team, the help of Dima and Mikhail and other our developers and backend staff guys, we try to tune them and to tune ourselves for sure to make all the library of the K understandable for at least medium level of development skills on our partner side, on the guys who create the games and want to push this game to the queues ecosystem. And we just follow to make the tune of development of the queues at the moment. But still, the most complex side here and the most important is to be on the control of the economy, because any like unchecked economy of new game can harm the token. We never will allow this. That's why we're on daily basis try to check any game potential, how it will be token flow, and what people will receive and users will receive the tokens in these games, and so on and so forth. Because any game, it's a new availability for the user, and a new like allowances for a user to first of all play very interesting game, and second time be paid for their time and receive tokens and have the ability to earn these tokens and have the ability to spend their tokens. So at the moment, yeah, we have this queues. We have built already like 4+ games all their life in the queues ecosystem, but in talks are more than 10 at the moment from different part of development shops over the globe. Mostly noted are Australia, Cyprus, and Asia. So Asian partners are very active, interesting, and that's the way to go also. So cover all the world to make it open anywhere.
Thank you. I think you've even spoken of more than I've asked. It's great.
Yeah.
We can skip a question or two. Let's move on. One of the most popular topics is attracting new users and marketing. So the market conditions seems to be improving and lots of cryptocurrencies have started pumping. Does that mean that the team will start the marketing soon?
It's well, like a little bit tricky and very important question about the marketing for sure. So marketing is everything for the project and so on. So we can say that we see that like bull run is starting, or it's like hot right now. Yeah, we have some conditions that show us that the bull run is next door. And nevertheless, it's bull run or like even bear markets, we still have a ton of users from the Web2 world and want to acquire them as more as possible, because after the education, like how to play Walken or even how to run the wallet and so on, any Web2 user became Web3, and it's our like target audience, and it's like part of our ecosystem to educate the people to become their Web3 world. And yeah, as all you know, so any project in like current and up to date are Web3 connected, or should be Web3 connected, because Web3 is already in our lives already. And about the marketing itself, so we on daily basis, like not only daily, but on weekly basis, we continue marketing, we continue some sources of involvement of new users. So we even started to marketing campaigns over social networks and somewhere else to improve the ecosystem of our games, so Walken-based queues with new players already, and we see some like positive changes when the people more active in Web3 and so on, more educated already. And yeah, we definitely will start more and more active marketing campaigns. But I want to admit that it's like a very cool like house or construction where it's nailed like well step by step. So once done, not only super active phases on early stages, it's been more and more concrete. So that's why we're trying to never stop the marketing campaigns, but be fully more active during the better market conditions. But I want to admit and be completely confident with our vision and with our players and who is like online right now with us, that we think that bull run is starting. Yes, it's true, but it's not already in a rocket science or rocket step. So it's somewhere next door. So it's not like the next house, but it's next door. So in comparison, the constructions look like this. So yeah, we're thinking about moving more and more improve the marketing campaigns and invest more of our energy to make market campaigns brighter, to acquire new users, but still the software and what we're doing also with the new features, new big features that are already coming this week. So we need to make it more and more stable and improve to the users. And for sure, the marketing conditions will be definitely a plus here. So, and I just want to believe and want to be a part of this part of the like let's say not situation, but conditions where the bull run is next door. So definitely it will be very helpful for us.
So let's hope for that.
Absolutely. But
you,
not only.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just wanted that. Sorry,
okay.
Please continue.
You've already touched upon the like point that the features we're releasing now, they all will help us to attract new users and to perform greatly during the bull run. Can you share your expectations of how the Isle Clash mechanics will influence Walken's future? Like
so,
that?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you can, like all the, I'm happy to say that all the people, all the users, even friends somehow, with us from the early starting points, even from the closed beta, they can say that they can see on their own eyes. And want to also to make it open for anyone who, even newcomers who listen to this interview, like Emma, to notice that all the features that we tried to do, that we delivered already, or trying to deliver, or plan to deliver, are connected and contributed with each other. And definitely all the features that are coming will be contributed with, like Clash feature and all the others that are coming. So the contribution and sequence of all the features is the way to go to make this token wheel, like economic wheel, be like more big and more effective for the user to spend in. And to, in one point you spend, in other point you earn, and profit you take off, and then you invest in other features and receive the profit from the others. And it's like a round. That's why I'm talking about the wheel. So, and each new big feature, big improvement in the ecosystem. I can't say that Walken is just a game. I'm sorry, it's like an ecosystem, because it's way more in it than only like daily basis, habited application, gamified application, deeply gamified. It's still like a way of daily spending some free time of the user. So making it bigger and the contribution of each of the features in one wheel, it's the way to go. And it is a strategy the development team are having, and we had it all the time. We go with Walken, future and future.
Great, thank you. That was really nice response. I hope the community member who asked this question is satisfied.
So
next one. Yep.
Yeah. The most
if you have anything to add, please.
Yeah. Just to be, I'm talking too much maybe. So the most important here is what any new features that are coming. So any like box of features, they should be they are contributed with each other. So it's not only the one way that we add to make it like more interesting in the one step, but it's the part that make the previous features make it more bright and bigger and wider. So it's like a new part of the features that are coming that are contributed with each others, and it's like the next step, the step to contribute with other big feature. So they're all like a chain of the features. Not all the features are forgiven, and so on. So it's each new feature. All we're talking about the big ones is a challenge for the team to make also positive influence on previously delivered features. So it's like a short conclusion to all the thought about the like Clash feature or something like this.
Yeah, cool. Nice remark. I've been thinking the same actually, but you like were the first to voice it.
Okay, it's great that we are like never.
Reading
like,
minds.
Yes, absolutely right. Great people think alike.
Question number whatever. Sol is pumping. It's very expensive to pay for minting NFTs. Are you going to review the fees?
Yes. So it's, as we talked like previous questions, that's bull run smells like to be in the next door, and it's hopefully it will be like this. And it's also want to connect this question with like the lot of talks outside the scenes when we launch the Walken itself. For sure, it's like very early to talk about, to make some summary about the technical platform, but thinking to our genius guys in development who tested a lot of platforms to start with, firstly the Walken, and we selected Solana, and we're happy to be with Solana and be truly supporters of Solana, because not only about we just support and just believe, not, we investigated the technical stuff. So our genius guys in development so made it, Yes, will be a wide range based technology platform, but still we are mostly on Solana right away. And it's pumping. It's pumping not about just pumping, but because it's one of the most stable from technological way of view ecosystem blockchain for the gaming publishers like we, or the gaming ecosystems like we are. And it was a great choice. It's still a great choice, and I'm completely confident that it will be a great choice. About the SOL price, it's great. It's growing because all great blockchains and projects that are covered by token are growing, and in price also. Someone slower, someone much more rocketed, and Solana is one of the most rocketed tokens at the moment. Please just be frank that we are at the moment we can't reorganize the pricing of the upgrades on something like this, all our commission, because mostly of the commission are going to Solana itself. It's still the exchange that we're talking, like previously questions about the wheel of the economy of any project. So the most important part here is that the giant part of the commission goes directly to pay for the transaction, because Walken and any Q's consistent games are truly blockchain based. And the second part is about the just minting an NFT. We also, as an ecosystem based on Solana, paid Solana for minting the NFTs, because you as the users, after receiving the first real NFT, it's a real NFT. It's not only like second layer of Solana somewhere, it's based truly Solana based NFT. So that's why it's like a price that we pay for you, for the user, to Solana itself, to make the ecosystem workable and true. So we are completely confident that we can change the price of our, not the price, the quantity of our commission during this stage. So, and please note this, Walken still also growing, and it will continue our growing for Solana. I'm completely confident in it, because we not only believers of Walken and ecosystem-based projects on Walken and on Qs, but we are the builders, and we see how it works and how the flourish perspectives and horizons are. Very simple question, but too many words. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Beautiful. And let's do the final one. I believe there was something of this question in every question, but still, maybe you surely have something to add as to conclude our AMA
What's
today.
The question about?
The question is about challenges that our team face and how we are dealing with them.
Wow. Oh, wow. It's once we're talking about this question, and it's the same as we are. How was your life? It's almost the same. So with pump and dumps, but what I want to admit here, that for sure I'm talking about the team all the time. Yes, because I completely confident know, and we prove it many times, and we'll prove it in the future, that the team behind Walken is the best team in the world, completely. Because at the moment, we are one of the biggest projects on Solana, on one of the most technologically proven ecosystem for games at the moment on blockchain. So, if we dump somewhere, the next pump are much bigger in technological side, in pricing, and what is also very important, in the quantity of the users and their ability of saying good words about the ecosystem and games based on Qs and Walken itself. So challenges are a lot of them. The last was how we deal with the numerous Solana dumps, and how our genius development team deal with it. It's some tricky technological features and updates that we done internally, not to let the users see this, but we're completely safe, we're completely fast, we're on chain, and a lot of deals. So starting from like our team movements inside and the lots of stuff. It's a question without the end. So it's the biggest part of our life. And the most important I want to admit at that each hour pump are much more higher than previous one. That was for example before the sum of the dumps. And I wish we continue this. It can be positive and completely successful project without any bugs or defects or dumps, but each other pump should be much more higher than previous one. And it should be like these roads or like way to the success and way to the sustainable projects where lots of users and keep growing and keep interest to spend their time and have an ability to earn inside the ecosystem. And not only one game, and ecosystem will grow continuously and will allow new teams of games developers to be part of the ecosystem. So that's the words what I want to say about the question.
You should be an inspiration coach, I think. To conclude
it's like true, I suppose.
To conclude this all, I would like to add that no matter what challenges we face, as long as we have your support, as long as we have our community, we're going to overcome them. We're going to be better, stronger, and cooler with each pump and dump.
Yes, I want to also to add for sure, without users, without the truly believers, well, the people who create these questions from these ones, I see a lot of like deep guys who see deeper, not only like clickers and so on. Definitely, we try to be anytime online for you. Lots of people like trying to reach us, and we try to answer all of them. Except some teams who want to build on queues and so on. So I told also before that we try to keep posted everyone. But first of all, we need to nail the SDK firstly to make it more useful for anyone, not to disturb the team overall from our side. Definitely, the team first of all divides into like two main parts: the internal family team who build the project itself and covers it. Starting from the marketing to development and stabilization, like quality assurance engineers that we have and stuff. And definitely the team is the users itself. Yes, we deal with lots of security issues and so on and so forth with vulnerabilities of the partners. And so also want to mention the guys who support us from the first steps of our idea, of our investors. As all of you knows that we tuned the investors economy. So the investors give us an opportunity to continue the lock period of the token for our +1 year, and we increased for the team for 2 years. So it's an extraordinarily wonderful step of the investors and our team to support and to show, not only to say, like I like to say a lot, but first of all, it should be showed in actions. How do they support us? And thanks a lot in shape of my face. I can say that from the team and from the founder staff, that we thank any one of our investors to support us. Thank you for the support, and the guys who are retail investors who earn tokens, invest in it, and use the games ecosystem. Thanks a lot for the support, and we are open anytime for you, and we are open on MS and so on. And we are doing it every day. So we keep going and moving and deliver the software. I think I don't know any other project, any other ecosystem that are too live on different parts of economic wheel of the overall blockchain ecosystem. We was in a crazy dump as overall tokens when they Bitcoin dumps like a few times, and other tokens like even Solana like 10 times lower than it was, and we keep going forward. We keep building, and we keep building on any time, and good times are next door, as I mentioned before. So, and it's additional energy and boost for the team to deliver the good stuff for the users. And thanks a lot, the user, that you're still with us. I hope you this stuff will be growing, and we are continue building, and we'll continue building even after this EMA and next day and so on. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Alexei, for coming, for joining us today, for speaking so much about so many things, and looking forward to seeing you again. We'll be doing such streams quite often, so hope you will be able to come.
Yes, we will try to be as more specific as possible, but sometimes we're not so specific in different questions because it's still variations. But we'll try to be more specific, because mostly people like specific answers, but we completely understand. And some tricky questions also we'll try to cover. But we'll try to be open and community-driven project as we noticed on the first our MS like a year plus ago, and so on and so forth. So Julia, thank you a lot that you organized it. Still, you're also part of the brilliant team. So thank you so much for your bright mind, for everything that you give us. So, and will give in the future, I suppose. You're part of our brilliant family and brilliant team. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm blushing. Have a great day.
She's very shy, but she is the queen of the marketing on Walken. We are proud of her, to having her on as our chief of marketing officer. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think we are going to wrap up, and let me just repeat some core points of our stream. I am looking through the questions, and lots of questions repeat. I think that those who ask these questions can just watch again the stream and find the answer. Let's have a couple of questions that were not voiced. Question about the lifespan of catholics. A long time ago, like an eternity ago, there was such a feature planned as feeding. We've teased it just a bit, but then it got postponed and gradually it got cancelled. So far, there are no plans to build it. Catholics will keep living forever. There were two ways to kind of control the NFT supply in the game. It was either lifespan, Catholics were not living forever, or it was fusion. So we chose the fusion mechanics to help us combat Catholic inflation. So we are going to keep this, stick to this approach in future, and this feature of lifespan is not coming so far as of today. Thank you for all your compliments. It's great to hear that you're enjoying this stream. We are doing our best. It's our first stream, and it's quite nerve-wracking, to say the truth. But it's great that you're enjoying, as I've said, and we are having a great time too. About island breeding, it's been said several times that don't know yet. Maybe yes, maybe no. As a first release, there won't be any island breeding, but later on we'll see. So what do we have again? Why can't we take fees in Walken? Because Solana blockchain doesn't work with the Walken token. Unfortunately, they have their own token, and they charge all the fees using that token. So yeah, as much as it brings us all pain sometimes, we have to stick to the Solana in terms of Walken fees. But they're not actually Walken fees, they're blockchain fees that we face because we interact with the blockchain. So, but this is important. Remember that it is not necessary to mint your item or your Catholic. You can enjoy the game with a Catholic or an item without the NFT status. So it's up to you if you wish to convert it and have a fully fledged NFT or not. No pressure from our side. So please remember that. Yep, I think we're going to end the stream. Thank you for sharing this incredible journey with us today. From the exciting new mechanics of Isle Clash, I hope I've managed to make it clearer for you at least, and the articles and the video gameplay we're going to release will help you. And it's been a blast sharing a moment with all of you today. Your questions, your enthusiasm, and engagement made this experience truly special, just like this feature that is coming this Thursday. Please remember that it's not going to be released today. Unfortunately, we had to reschedule. We want to release it at its best shape, and so just taking some extra days to do so and having a chance to do this stream with you. And the anticipation is real. We can feel it, and we can't wait for you to explore the future. If you still have any questions, please keep them coming. Our moderators will be collecting them all in the comments, and we will cover them in a separate article. Just in a few days, I think we're so busy with the upcoming release. But anyway, your questions are very helpful. With the help of your questions, we can create the most useful and most instrumental guides for you. And the better you understand the mechanics, the better you can use it, and the better will be your first impression. And first impression is the most important, as you know. As we wrap up, let's carry this excitement forward. Share your thoughts, discuss the stream highlights, ask your questions, and we will choose the 5 loot box winners based on their questions and publish the list in Telegram, in Discord, and we'll comment under the stream as well. So keep an eye and don't miss it. So until next time, we are going to make these streams quite common, quite often, and hope it will be another lovely tradition we share with you. Take care.